Okay, here is the tangent function. This is from your book. This is on page 330. Okay, if you just type in y equals tangent of x, go ahead and put your mode in radians, and then remember to use zoom 7. Okay, you should get this graph. Some of you may have solid lines here instead of dotted lines. It's not that much different. Okay, so what's happening here? Well, as tangent increases in the x direction, or in the angle, as the angle increases, okay, this value is the y value is going off to infinity. And then at pi over 2, it seems that we do not have a value, because it seems like it's somewhere between positive infinity and then negative infinity. It's coming up from the bottom. So we have no value at pi over 2. And I want you just to pause the video, and I want you to think about why the heck we have no value at pi over 2. Okay? And then we wrap around from negative infinity, and we come back up, and we're back to where we started at pi. Okay? And then it repeats itself. So, what are the differences and what are the similarities between this and the sine wave? Well, the sine wave, if you remember, okay, the sine wave never got bigger than 1. Okay, I'll draw a sine wave in here. And you may want to just put y equals sine of x on your calculator to draw this in, and it never got lower than 1, and then it came back up here. Okay, so tangent looks like it goes off to infinity, but sine will never be bigger than 1 and never lower than -1. Okay, that's one difference. Okay, sine is continuous, meaning it always has a value. No matter where you are on here, if I put an x value in, I will always get a y value out. Okay, no matter what. But it looks like for tangent, and I'll use black here, it looks like if I put pi over 2 in here, I don't get a tangent value. So why is that? Well, what's happening at 90 degrees? What I'm asking is, what is the tangent of 90 degrees or pi over 2? If we remember, tangent is y over x. What is my y value at 90 degrees? If you look up on that chart in the right side of the classroom, y value at 90 degrees is 1. What's the x value at 90 degrees? Well, the x value is 0. Okay, so this is what's happening in your graph. Your calculator is trying to divide by 0, okay, and so you're just not getting a value here. 90 degrees is not showing up. Okay, so that's some of the differences for sine. Another difference is it takes 2 pi, I'll put it in blue this time, it takes 2 pi for sine to make 1 full wavelength. But for tangent, I can get back to my starting point. For tangent, I go up, I come up from negative infinity, I get back to here. It only takes pi for tangent. So we're going to have to change our b formula. So everything remains the same for tangent. D plus a tangent b of x plus c or minus c, depends on which book you're looking at. Okay, a is still going to affect the height, and actually in tangent it's just a matter of how curvy it is. So go ahead and try putting a 2 in here, try putting a 3 in here, put them in the same view and see what happens for tangent. The only major difference for tangent with all of these letters is b. Okay? The formula for period for tangent is pi over b. Period equals pi over b for tangent.